You are now in the mix with DJ Colossus.
What's up, y'all? Y'all don't mind if I give y'all a little Tupac today? I mean, pretty much, that's how I'm feeling. A little pop, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so today, I just want to, before I even start my video, I just want to, take my do-rag off a little bit. I just want to go ahead and thank you guys who have supported me and who actually subscribe to my channel, who actually like my videos. To people who actually just encouraging me to keep doing what I'm doing, I want to thank you so much. It's not going unappreciated. Okay, so before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know what this video is about. All right. So this video, a lot of people ask me all the time, like, hey, how did you begin? How did you become a vegan? What are the benefits of becoming a vegan? All these different questions. I never answered them on my channel, or I never did a video about it, but I'm gonna do a video today. I feel like it's something y'all need to know. Okay. So me, I tell everybody this, I became a vegan because when I first moved here to Georgia, I didn't have the best eating habits, and it started to affect my body. And I was pretty young, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and change my diet, okay? So I did what I needed to do, or did the research that I needed to do to change my diet. So one diet that stood out to me was the vegan diet, okay? So these are just my experiences with being a vegan. So this is not everybody's experiences, and these are myths and facts about being vegan, okay? So I'm gonna put up on the screen what's a fact, what's a myth, and I'm gonna put what my opinions are, okay? So when I first became a vegan, how I became a vegan was I actually failed tragically. So when I first started, I did it around Labor Day. So it was a barbecue going on, and I was like, you know what? I can have a link or two, 3. Okay, so that ended tragically. So you guys, I ended up having to go back and think like, how can I transition over into being a vegan the right way? So I looked online and I saw all of these different detox plans that they had, and I said, I'm gonna do a detox because they said it cuts down on your cravings for sugar, your cravings for bread, your cravings for sodas, your cravings for alcohol, and your cravings for meat. So I did a detox. There's plenty of detoxes out on the market that you can take. Some are plant-based, some are not. The first couple detoxes I did were not plant-based, but they were really good. Well, I don't think one of them was plant-based. I didn't know. So I did get one from Whole Foods. The one that I got from Whole Foods was a progressive one. When I say progressive, means day one you take one. You couldn't wait until I was done recording to eat your food. Anyway, so this one is like, it was progressive. So you had like, on the first day you take 1, the second day you take 2, the third day you take 3, the fourth day you take 4, and so on and so on. This was 30 days. I mean, I didn't even make it. I didn't even make it. Like, that was too long I couldn't do it. So I found something that worked for me. But I do suggest taking like a detox. You will see like the bloat go away. It'll reduce your cravings for the sweets and all the things, all those things like that. Okay, so that made it a little bit easier for me to go ahead and start my plant-based diet. Number 2, this is a myth from hell. When you become a vegan, you begin to just automatically just shed all this weight and just get skinny and this, that, and the other. You do lose weight, but it's not a dramatic like, no. You have to still work out.
Oh no, he didn't, Miss Patient.
And you still have to do the same thing other people do. You still have to be healthy because there are still unhealthy vegan foods out there. So when you eat vegan foods, they are a little less unhealthy than other foods, but you can get processed vegan foods as well. So it's like you really want to kind of stay away from processed foods altogether, or just eat them in moderation. So that comes to my next myth. The next myth is it's vegan. I can eat as much of it as I want to. Do that if you want to. You're going to be sitting around here wondering why you are 300 pounds and you're vegan, because there are some big vegans out there. Everybody that has taken on this lifestyle does not lose a whole lot of weight. And for me, on my journey, I lost some, I gained some, I lost some, I gained some. It just depends on what you do. Brings up another fact. Okay, so for this fact, there's different ways that you can be vegan. There's not one certain way that you have to be vegan, okay? So the reason why I say that you have a whole foods vegan and you have a raw vegan, and then you just have vegan. So with these different types of vegan, you have to look, because all this stuff is on Google. But basically, a raw vegan is someone who does not cook their food. They just eat their veggies and everything raw. They don't believe in cooking it. And you have a whole food vegan who eats no processed foods at all. They eat raw foods, they eat cooked foods, but they don't eat processed foods. All of their foods are just the way it is, from the earth. That's a whole foods vegan. And these are two very, very healthy ways to eat. As you have a person that is a vegan, just a vegan, and they eat processed foods, but they also eat your whole foods, and they also will go ahead and eat raw foods. They eat everything in combination. So you just have to figure out in your vegan journey, if you are doing a vegan journey, or you just doing a plant-based journey, or if you're deciding to just add more plant-based options in your diet, what works for you. Okay, so that's one thing. Another fact and myth is that you will not get enough protein. That's a lie. Okay, so, or a myth. Most Americans don't get enough protein in their diet, even when they eat meat. But contrary to popular belief, vegans actually get more protein in their diet than most people who eat meat. Why? Because we eat things that have a lot of protein in it, like your legumes. Your legumes are going to be your beans and your like your nuts. So like nuts are not legumes, but like legumes are going to be like your beans, your peas and things like that. Your nuts like peanuts and cashews and stuff like that, they're going to be packed with protein. So for me, and you always have to find out what legumes or beans or whatever you like, because when you transition or you start to incorporate these things in your diet more, you're going to figure out that you don't like some things. Like I don't like refried beans. They're not the best, so I hate them. And then I'm not a big fan of chickpeas, but I will use them sometimes depending on what I'm putting them in. And also, like, I don't know how to say it. Is it quinoa? Quinoa? Well, however, I just had quinoa the other day and it was so freaking delicious. So you're gonna figure out things that you do like to eat that you never thought that you would like to eat. Like for me, I also discovered that I like lentils. Lentils are so delicious, and I love to cook them along with some rice. I eat a lot of brown rice now. So you just find ways to incorporate them in your diet to get what you need. And also, you can also do a protein shake. You can eat tempeh. You can eat tofu. You can eat all of these things to help you get the right amount of protein in your diet. So that's a fact and a myth. Okay, so you can get your protein as a vegan. And another fact about that is you get the original source of protein comes from plants. If you eat meat, that is the secondary source of protein. You're eating the protein that the cow ate. So you're getting secondary protein. You don't have to believe me. Google it. It will tell you that. But it's all at your fingertips. You can look it all up, okay? So my next myth is that all of your food is going to be expensive. That is not true. When you're a vegan, your food can become expensive if you're eating or overeating processed foods. Like I said earlier, it will make you gain weight, but it'll make you lose weight in your pockets. So when you are a vegan, you kind of want to stay away from processed foods, but for me, I do eat more processed foods now because when I get on my channel, I of course want to try things and show you guys, like, if you're transitioning over to being vegan, there are still options. And when you first transition, a lot of people do take on those processed foods until they learn how to make their own vegan options. So you just go to the store. Like if you go to the store, like a farmer's market or something like that, and you're just going to get your veggies and things like that, you never saw a tomato cost $5 or $10. Like if you find a tomato that costs that much, you need to stay the heck away from that. Like, I don't know why it would cost that much, but typically vegetables do not cost that much. So yeah, that is a myth. Your food does not just automatically go up just because you're a vegan. You feel better, your wallet feels better, it'll thank you later. It'll thank you later, okay? And another fact is that when you become vegan, you get a lot of energy. You do. For me, the only reason why I say I did get a lot of energy is because a lot of those foods that were fried and not good for you, like those junk foods, I wasn't eating those as much, and I wasn't feeling as groggy and as tired, and I started putting foods with good fats in it. So and there's a difference between good fats and bad fats, and you learn all of those things when you're on your journey and find out what's good for you and what's not good for you. Find out the difference between good carbs and bad carbs, because all carbs are not bad. Some are good. Your body needs some type of carbs. Your body needs some type of fats, but that goes all the way back to, yes, you do feel lighter. You feel a little bit better than what you do. And for me, my digestive tract was better. I started to have bowel movements regularly. It was just, it worked out better for me. So, yeah, I would like to say that I did start to feel a little bit better. another myth. You cannot have fun when you're a vegan. So a lot of people ask me like, hey, when you go out, oh, my bad. But when you go out as a vegan and with your friends, can you hang out being a vegan and still kick it with your friends because they don't have vegan options at the party or the function or wherever you're going? And for me, that's false, because when I go out somewhere, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to eat before I get there. So when I get places, people are always like, are you hungry? No, I'm not hungry because I ate before I got here. Because I just don't want to assume that people are going to have vegan options. If they do choose to have plant-based or vegan options for me, then I am much more grateful. But I always try to eat before I come so I can make sure I do have food when I go. Even, so like if I go out to a club or something, which I try not to do so much, but if I was to go to a club, I already know what types of liquor I would drink if I was to drink liquor that are vegan. So that's something. So what else should I add on to this? You do see a dramatic change in your skin. So for me, I do have like discoloration in my face, only because I used to have razor bumps real bad. My skin is real sensitive. But up here, like you don't see like bumps and stuff like that. My hair is thicker, my this and that. That's because for whatever reason, when I started eating healthy, it started to go through my whole, like it went through my whole body. Like when I tell you, it's like I started to drink, I incorporated more water, everything. It just cleared up it cleared up my face, it cleared up everything. So with me being on a plant-based diet, I'm not putting the things in my body that because everything that goes in your body has to come out a certain type of way. So it might come out in your sweat, it may come out in your skin some other type of way. So who knows? Okay, and then another myth is that it takes you forever to make vegan food. No, it actually, I'm not gonna lie, like it takes, so think about a meal that you traditionally make and cut that in half. That is like really the vibes. Like I can cook something so simple and so quick. And then also, like when it comes to holidays, last Christmas was my first Christmas. I made like a full spread of my vegan dishes. I had vegan macaroni, vegan meatloaf, I had vegan dressing, I had vegan greens. They all taste good. Like I told y'all in another video, I don't eat nothing nasty. So it was all good, and I ate off of it for days because you know that's how we do. So yeah, so I think that pretty much sums it up. Oh, this is the most important one. I almost left you guys without telling you the most important one. Okay, so you guys may wonder, like, how do you get your vitamins and your nutrients and things like that being a vegan? Okay, so all of the vitamins and nutrients that you may not be getting from eating meat or wherever, you can always go to the store and you can get a supplement, but you have to find out what supplement works for you. There are going to be a lot of supplements on the market. Some you may like, some you may not like, some you might feel like are overpriced, some you may not feel like they're overpriced, but you may feel like they don't work for you. Some may not taste good to you. Some, whatever it is, you're going to want to find a vitamin. I take multivitamins. So I don't have the bottle from the vitamins I used to take, but I got mine from Sprouts. We have Sprouts here in Georgia. So I took a multivitamin gummy, and it was so good, and I took it every day so I can get my dose of whatever, of all of my vitamins, vitamin A, B, D, C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, A. But yeah, so you have to figure out what it is that you need. You can live a very healthy lifestyle, and it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. But you have to know, like, being a vegan does not have to be hard. Being a vegetarian does not have to be hard. Being a pescatarian or just doing a plant-based lifestyle or adding options does not have to be, plant-based options doesn't have to be hard. But you just have to not overthink it, because when you overthink it, then you end up not wanting to do it. You just kind of mentally shut down. And we don't want that. We want you to get all these vegan plant-based vibes over here. I mean, it is what it is. So, and I mean, and if this was not the move, really, honestly, you guys, you got to look at, it's so many celebrities that are starting to switch over to the vegan vibe, like the plant-based vibe. And you don't want to miss out, because this is the thing. You don't want to, like, it's, and I know a lot of us don't want to do what we see other people doing, or the majority or the crowd doing, but when it's stuff related to health and we see other people jumping on the bandwagon and we see that it is actually benefiting people, why be the last one to do it? I mean, so I think that it's worth a try. If you don't like it, you can always go back to eating the traditional way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Find out what works for you. I just want you guys to be happy, healthy, and whole, and regardless, regardless of what you want to do, I want you to be healthy, happy, and whole. I mean, because we definitely, ain't taking no more L's for the rest of this year. No more L's. No more L's. I mean, we took some L's in 2020. Well, some of us did. I didn't take a lot of L's, even though I did get COVID. I'm gonna do a video about when I caught COVID. Ooh, look at somebody needs to get a surfboard and. But yeah, like, so I mean, we're not taking no more L's. So if y'all got any more questions y'all want to ask me about being vegan or being vegetarian or doing the plant-based lifestyle, hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I can do a second video addressing those questions and those concerns. But like I said, most of the stuff you can look up on Google. And one more thing, don't let nobody else tell you how to eat. If you are a vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, traditional, adding plant-based options, don't let nobody tell you what you should and should not be doing, because at the end of the day, it's your body, your plant-based vibes, your plant-based journey. So whatever it is you do you, and let them watch you do you, because everybody need an audience to perform. Ain't that right, honey? She said everybody needs an audience to perform. Everybody needs an audience to perform. So, basically, just try it, see if you like it. And if you don't like it, no harm, no foul. I mean, but if you don't want to try it, maybe you can pass this video on to somebody who may want to try it or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and, let y'all finish doing whatever it was that y'all was doing before my little raggedy self got on your cell phone or your TV screen. Wherever you're watching me, I do appreciate you took the time out of your day to watch me, and now watch me and Honey, because she feel like everything I do, she gotta do it too. So, say bye, Honey. Do you want to say bye to them? Yeah, Honey feeling more than a woman right now, if y'all know what that means. So she acting funny. Honey said it's their time of the year, and she do not like it. Ain't that right, Mama? Ain't that right? Sniff it. Sniff it. All right, y'all. Peace. Me and Honey about to go mind our business, more like Honey finna chew on her toy, and I'm finna get on the phone and talk to somebody about Honey. Bye.